I don't even know Woody's address.
You'll find it if you really want to.
Every listener who calls to play Gender Wars, you look up where they live and how much their house is worth. You know where I live.
And you live 45 minutes away.
You could find me. Yeah, it is.
That's the struggle there.
It's Murfreesboro. It's a long way.
See, you have no excuse not to come over. I live 8 minutes away from work. You could stop by on your way home.
That's
true,
Woody.
I'm tired from driving all the way to work.
Oh, wow.
This is the Woody and Jim Show podcast. Over 1,000 episodes strong. A daily recap of everything you missed.
Alexis joins us on the line, and she has decided that she's going to test her fiance's loyalty using his phone. So what'd you do?
We were just hanging out, and I just was like, he got up to go to the bathroom. I grabbed his phone, and then I changed my phone number to my name to his ex-girlfriend's name. So then later on that night, we were watching TV, and I started texting him because he thought I was playing my game on my phone. And he looked at his phone and everything, and eventually down the road, he figured it out.
Okay,
he never...
You texted as if you were his old girlfriend.
Right, his ex-girlfriend. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I would be like, just smiling faces and, hey, what are you doing? And he would look at it. He wouldn't respond. And then a few days I kept doing it. And finally he told me that she was texting him. So he passed the test. But it was so much fun to see his face every time he looked at the phone. So, but I still keep doing it.
Oh, so this was a test, so you would see if he would respond to his ex-girlfriend, and flirt back.
Right, exactly.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know how he was going to respond. If he even, I think I would have been really upset if he even said, hey, how are you? What are you doing? But he didn't. He didn't at all.
So, did you have a reason to distrust his loyalty to you? Were you suspicious?
No, he's just too nice. We've been together for a while, and he never argues. He's always whatever you want.
Yeah, so he's got to be up to something.
Nice ones, those nice ones can be really sneaky. So I just wanted to make sure. But
you have had problems with boyfriends in the past so much that when a good one comes along, you don't believe it's real.
Absolutely.
Alexis, are you okay?
Yeah, I am now.
Listen, if I were your boyfriend, I would have broken up with you.
Why?
If you felt the need to test me that badly that you're going to, number one, go through my phone. Number two, you're going to change your name in my phone and start testing me. No, I don't even want to be with you if you have to think about it for a single second that I might be cheating on you or that I would respond to my ex without telling you.
Oh, my God. Zach has harshed your mellow.
Like, how petty.
Wow.
I hate to say this, but I feel a little bit more like Zach than I ever have.
That's bad.
Scary thought.
I know. I don't like it, but I got to be true to my feelings. I would be really upset if I felt like I was being tested or trapped, like entrapment.
Well, I had to protect myself somehow and just make sure. Our friends are our friends, but do you guys? Look at poor Vanderpump.
Oh,
the girl at Vanderpump. All her circle of friends, her guy friends, everybody knew.
I do. I sit down there with my girlfriend a lot, and I think to myself, what would Vanderpump do? I do that constantly.
But you know what I mean? It's like you have to protect yourself. I don't care. It's wrong, and I would be upset if he did it to me. But then down the road, I would think,
he was just making sure.
Now you're engaged, so this is still going to happen, huh?
I'm still texting him from the number every once in a while.
No, you're not.
oh yeah, I am.
But he's figured out it's you, right?
I think he knows, and he's just playing along, to be honest with you. And I've asked him, but he laughs. So I don't know. I think he does.
Maybe it's kind of like a hot alter ego now that he thinks that it's you. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to play role play.
Yeah.
Like whenever they're on an airplane, they'll sit separately and then act like they just met when they got off the plane to spice it up.
Right. Yes.
You mean they try for the Mile High Club is what you're trying to say?
Yes, girl.
Well, yes.
Sure. Or on a boat, it's like, yes, I'm the cabin boy.
It goes right to that.
Can I get some extra chips?
Yeah, I'm concerned about you, Alexis. I'm not going to lie.
I am a little bit too. I think if he hasn't given you any reason to test him, I don't think you should test him.
It's just hard to trust somebody. People are so nice sometimes. You just have that feeling in the back of your head. I don't know.
If you have that feeling in the back of your head, then walk. I've told my boyfriend that a million times. I was like, if you've ever even thought once about leaving me, do it. If it crosses your mind once, it means it's going to happen in the future because you've had that in the back of your mind.
Well, that's
Go.
a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
No.
I guess so. So you're saying that I shouldn't text him tonight to meet me in the bedroom?
Yeah, you should from your phone number with your name.
Yeah, he said, yeah, we're going to have a threesome. It's going to be me and the imaginary woman and you.
Just keep the phone by the bed. We'll have plenty of fun.
Okay, well, hope it works out.
Wow.
Thank
Zach's had laryngitis. He
you.
hasn't talked for days. First thing he says is pretty much a smackdown of what you did, Alexis.
I'm not even supposed to be talking, but it made me that mad.
Oh, I'm sorry for upsetting you, but you got to protect yourself. You just never know.
Well, it started as a little fun phone call, and all of a sudden it became a therapy session.
I know.
So,
I know, right?
good luck.
Well, thank you for a little bit of Alexis this morning. She's Creek.
Thank you.
Let's throw it out there.
Carrie's in Nashville. Carrie, what do you think?
It is making me so mad. I could not agree with Zach more.
Oh my God, say it again for the people in the back.
I know.
I'm glad.
It is a surprise.
So, tell us why you think that.
It is manipulative. It is petty. It is all of the things. I mean, if you look at the foundations of a relationship, she agreed to marry this human, and she has said, "Oh, he's not given me a reason not to trust him, but I'm going to do this."
Right.
He didn't take the bait, but she's still continuing to do it. She's insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is huge.
He's
And
getting
so,
punished for being a good guy.
Yeah. He's entrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
She
with
really
you.
she really needs to do a little bit of look on the inside to maybe look at that.
Yeah.
Carrie, how
This
do
may
you,
be a more of an Alexis problem. Yeah.
Carrie, how do you think you would handle it if you figured out that somebody was doing this to you?
Oh, I'd be pretty damn pissed, and I'm pretty sure that that would be kind of a reexamination if this was going to be if someone had already said yes to me. I would say, I don't know if this is going to be a trap later on down the road. I don't know that there's a break of trust right there.
Yeah,
if someone's
right.
going to continue to manipulate every single thing I do, that's a huge break of trust to continue to do that over and over and over again, because you're just looking for someone to fall into a trap. They said hello. Come on now. You just said that he's a nice guy.
Do you think that potentially she wants out of the relationship and that she was testing him hoping that he would fail?
Oh, so this would be an excuse to break up?
Yeah, because if he's just a nice guy and hasn't done anything to give her any reason to leave, then it's harder to leave a relationship if there's no real reason. So if he accidentally slipped up and responded and just said, "Hey, I'm good. How are you?" she could take that and run with it and be like, "All right, I'm out."
Right.
All right. I got Ricky. What would you do if your boyfriend AJ pulled this trick on you? You're not engaged, but just as a couple.
I mean, I don't even know because I don't think he ever would. But my whole thought process on this thing is, number one, it seems like she's self-sabotaging because she keeps saying he's a good guy and that weirds me out, and I get that. A lot of us are conditioned to believe that we don't deserve something that brings us happiness.
That's a lot of people, yeah.
That's definitely seems like that's what's going on with her. And outside of that, my motto for every relationship I've ever been in is, if you're going to cheat on me, you're going to cheat on me. I can't do anything to stop that. So
Retweet.
me trying to trap you into the idea that you may one day cheat on me seems ridiculous, because if someone's going to do it, they're going to do it no matter what you do. You just have to bring your best self to that person and give them what you expect back. And if you're not going to get that back, you can't make them not cheat on you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just never going to work.
Basis of a lot of relationships is trust and respect.
Yeah.
And if you have neither one of those, then you're in big trouble.
We have a talkback on the iHeartRadio app where you can hit the microphone and send a message right to us.
If you are going to distrust someone that much, you don't need to be with anybody at all. It just doesn't sound right. So you just need to walk away.
Wow.
Period.
Yeah. So she's saying, Alexis, just go start collecting cats.
Yeah.
Cats are very lovable, some of
They
them.
are lovable.
And that can be a very nice therapeutic outlet.
That's true.
They could be good company.
And cats
Yeah.
will not cheat on you. Well, I don't know. But at least they wouldn't do it on a phone.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. We love our loyal Amazon drivers, especially the ones that come to my house. A Amazon driver in North Carolina made a commitment to always deliver everything. Even though he was delivering to a package to a house that was surrounded by police in a hostage drama.
Wow.
I guess he pulled up and just started walking out of the car with the package. And then the police stopped him and says, "Hey, where are you going? We're holding guns on this house right here."
Yep.
And so he just handed the package to one of the cops, took a picture of it so he could prove he delivered it, and then took off on his way. So there you go.
We love the dedication.
I mean,
Love it.
get it done.
Ricky?
Tomatoes. They're just like us. According to research, tomatoes scream when they're on the vine and it's cut off. So, like, if they're looking for water or anything like that, they'll scream. It's this frequency that we can't hear.
Okay.
But other animals, insects, and plants can hear it up to 3 feet away, their little screams.
That's so sad.
Isn't that so depressing?
It's kind of like grass cries when you cut it.
Like, yes, exactly.
Yeah, if I can't hear it, I'm okay.
They always say,
Okay,
That's
well,
so sad.
we always say if like trees if they screamed when we cut them down, we would be so cavalier about cutting them down. Yeah, if they screamed all the time.
For no reason.
For no reason.
they did say that the scream is similar to bubble wrap popping. So it doesn't actually sound like gruesome or anything.
Okay.
Oh.
Sounds a little more lighthearted, but still sad.
I kind of wish they would scream for real. Like, oh my God, I'm dying. Just so you can have Heinz ketchup.
Jim?
This is kind of funny. 2 teenagers who attempted a carjacking in Maryland failed. The 2 teens approached somebody at a gas station and forced their way into his vehicle and demanded the keys. So the owner handed the keys over to them and watched them try to drive away. They didn't know how to drive a manual transmission.
Oh, I love that.
It was
Stick
like
shift.
I love that.
Oh, dodo brains.
until they just abandoned the car a few feet down the road, ran away, and the cops caught them immediately.
I love it.
Dummies.
That's funny. After the storms are done, today is supposed to be really nice for Saturday and Sunday, and that means there's going to be pedal taverns all over. So if you're going to be downtown in the sunshine, just look out for the Woo Girls. They're going to be out this weekend.
I was in the Target on White Bridge Road yesterday, and all of a sudden I see like one girl kind of wearing party clothes and cowboy boots. And then I saw another girl and another one. They were all in Target, and then they all gathered up. And they're like, "Let's go to brunch."
They're keeping the pink cowboy hat industry alive.
It is something that we sort of look at as like, great. Well, there's a city elsewhere that has a bachelor party problem.
Bachelor party instead of bachelorette?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is like the male equivalent of a city that's sick of bachelor parties coming to their city, so much that they are advertising to other cities where people would come from to go there and telling them to stay away. So Amsterdam in the Netherlands.
That checks out.
Okay. Have you been there, Ricky?
Nope, but it checks out based off the things that I know about it.
Things that are legal there.
Yep.
Yes, pretty much a lot of things are legal there.
Almost
Prostitution,
everything
drugs.
Almost
is legal
everything.
there.
Anything you can think of that's illegal here is legal,
legal there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, apparently they specifically are singling out British men coming there for bachelor parties or stag parties, as they still call them there, because they come there and they lose their freaking minds and do horrible things thinking, it's not my
It's
city.
not my town. We're leaving
Yeah.
tomorrow. I don't care. Yeah.
So they have actually started advertising in England things like coming to Amsterdam for a messy night, getting trashed, and getting fines and a criminal record. You're going to your family's going to hate you. It was like all kinds of things.
Oh, my God.
And actually, the tagline is, so coming for drugs to Amsterdam? Stay away.
Yeah.
Right now, they just, I guess, have a fine if you do terrible things in their city, which, I mean, they've showed pictures of, like, people just, like, passed out drunk, like, laying on mailboxes and street corners.
Wow.
Like, it's really bad.
I do feel like bachelor parties are way more ratchet than any bachelorette party.
So actually, we consider ourselves fortunate that we just have the bachelorette parties.
Right.
Yeah.
A big old truckload of dude bros running through
Especially
Texas.
if they're like fraternity brothers,
Yeah.
and it just
Oh,
really
yeah.
gets
Worse.
turned upside
Yeah.
down.
Toxic bro
Yeah.
syndrome.
Yeah.
I think it's like,
I speak for all men when I say we're gross.
I think there's a difference between annoying and truly a problem.
Yeah, and destructive.
Like
Yeah.
bachelorette parties are annoying.
Yeah, but they just destroy us mentally.
Right. the only
It's just mental cruelty is all it is.
So dramatic.
So there you go. Bachelorette parties. We're so lucky to have them.
We're blessed.
So there you go. So we turned it around. Ricky, what you got?
Ed Sheeran asked somebody to be a feature on his song Shape of You. Huge song. It went diamond here in the U.S.
Yeah.
It sat on Billboard Hot 100 for 12 weeks throughout the year. Like, huge song. And he asked Jay-Z to be a feature on it.
That would have been an
But-
interesting take.
Jay-Z turned it down. So he had a reason for it. It wasn't just like he was like, forget you, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
He sent the song to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z responded with like, I really just don't think that this needs a rap verse on it. I think it's great the way that it is.
Yeah.
And Ed said he was probably right. He's got a very, very good ear. He usually gets things right in a very natural and he had a very natural and respectful pass. So I want to say I think that was the right choice.
Yeah.
I totally respect that.
It would have been a totally different song. Yeah.
And I mean, for Jay-Z to say it, he would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look at it, turned out exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a huge song. It's great without me.
And Ed did do remixes to it. He had Stormzy on one of the remixes, and then Zion and Lennox for Latin versions. So he's done remixes just without Jay-Z. It would be cool to hear a remix with Jay-Z now that we know that he turned it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Like what could have been
Right.
kind of deal.
Do it once, like on stage, in concert or something.
It's kind of cool
Yeah.
though, when like a song is out for a while and it's popular, then they add like a special different version.
Yeah, like The
that you
Weeknd
play.
and Ariana
Yeah,
Grande.
where they added that like a couple of months ago, and it made it a totally different
Makes it
song.
fresh.
It's time for men and women to answer questions for gender wars.
All right, ready to go for the ladies in the audience. We have Raquel in Hendersonville. Good morning, Raquel.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Good luck. For the guys, we have Jacob in Columbia. Hello, Jacob.
Hey, guys.
Hey. All right, we have a warm-up, get acquainted question.
Yeah, let's start with Raquel. Tell us about your first pet.
My first pet was a mixed dog. Her name was Candy. She was mixed with Collie.
Oh, nice.
Candy.
I want candy.
Here, Candy. I try to say that when I go through like that aisle of Kroger.
That's right.
Here,
That's
Candy,
right. Yeah.
get in my cart.
And the Reese's Pieces follow you.
Let's have Jacob's story. Jacob, tell us about your first pet.
My first pet was a black lab and chow mix. His name was Blackjack. I got him when I was about 7. He was a great dog. He would play fetch, and the most beautiful black coat you could see, like very shiny black and just one white spot on his belly.
Oh, did he have the chow tongue?
Yeah, you can. Yep,
Yeah.
he did have a chow tongue.
Love that.
Yeah, my dog Kevin is half chow, and he's got the black dots all over
Yep.
his tongue. It's
Yeah.
cute.
That's what he had all over his tongue, and I was like, "What?" I was only a little kid. I was like, "What are these?"
That's right. He's been eating licorice. What is this?
Yeah. All right. Well, now that we've gotten to know you a little bit, let's get the game going. You each have a screw you can use if you get in trouble and you don't know an answer.
Here we go, Raquel. We start with a multiple choice question for you. Baseball, hockey, or basketball, which professional sport plays the most games in their regular season?
Baseball?
Baseball, yes. They play 162 games.
That's a lot.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
it is.
Yes.
know.
My husband has it on the TV every day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then I'm glad that you knew that. All right, Jacob, your turn. On the Food Network, is Ted Allen the host of Restaurant Impossible, Chopped, or Iron Chef America?
Well, I am a chef out of Columbia, so I'm going to say Chop.
Whoa!
Yes.
Look at Jacob knowing what he's
right.
talking about.
Where are you a chef at?
I used to work at Barino's in Columbia. They opened about 2 years ago, and now I work in Burning Acres. It's a cannabis bakery, one of the only in Tennessee that makes their own desserts.
Interesting.
Bring me some.
I need to go visit.
Okay, let's talk after this game.
On Facebook, anywhere.
That's awesome. All right, so we have a 1-1 tie.
All right. Raquel, every car has a unique VIN. What does VIN stand for?
Vehicle
VIN.
inspection number.
Close.
Vehicle identification number. That was close.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Okay, Jacob. Good Start is a brand of what?
Good start. Is it a type of baby food?
Yes, it is. It's baby formula.
Really?
You got it. Good job.
Wow.
worked it
okay.
out,
I
bro.
guess I'm lucky having a 2-year-old in this one then, huh?
There you go.
Yes, you are.
All right, Raquel, you got to get this one right to stay in the game, okay? Both of you still have your screws. The new Ben Affleck movie, Air, is about what?
Screw.
Okay. Jacob, she hopes you don't know this. The new movie, Air, is about what?
New movie Air. Who is it again?
It's called Air with Ben Affleck.
Oh gosh, I don't think I've seen Ben Affleck in a long time. I don't know.
Out of
Out of
time. It's about Air Jordans.
Yeah.
It's about
Michael
It's about
Jordan
shoes?
And the
yeah,
shoes.
it's
Yeah.
about shoes.
It's supposed to be really good. Everybody says it's great so far.
How they talked him into signing a lifelong deal and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Left.
So,
All right. You get a point for that, Raquel. That means we're tied up.
yes.
Okay.
Jacob, you could win it with this.
What old school Disney Channel series starred Selena Gomez?
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yes.
That is right.
Good job.
All right.
You guys did a great job. Made this a very interesting contest. Jacob, you have come out of this game triumphantly, the winner of John Mayer tickets at Bridgestone Arena. Congratulations.
Yeah, you go to the
Thank
show
you
with
so
your
much.
pockets full of baked goods. 107.5 The River with Woody and Jim in the morning. It's kind of interesting. Elon Musk is the most followed person on Twitter, and Elon Musk owns Twitter. Coincidence?
I wonder how that happened.
He's also made a statement, and he's kind of crazy, but if he's saying that we should probably hold back on AI, maybe we should. Because it's kind of getting out of control.
He and a bunch of others did put out a joint statement that said we should pause AI because there's a lot happening way too fast. And he is actually one of the people who funded OpenAI, which made ChatGPT and everything. So
it's kind of like Dr. Frankenstein saying, oh my God, what have I done?
Yeah.
And then it's like too late.
Kind of like, maybe we should just put some walls around the monster.
I think you're giving him way too much credit. I think he's saying that we should pause like AI because he's trying to beat everybody else to what they're doing. So
he says everybody else should stop. And maybe that
I think he's that big-headed.
Well,
he's like, everybody stop, it's getting out of control, so that he can be the first one to really start taking over everything.
Well, he said, in the statement with a bunch of other scientists saying that it's a profound risk to society and humanity. Let's see.
So is he.
Yes, that's true. Neil deGrasse Tyson says, nah, he's been watching too many movies. No, you've been watching too few movies.
We know how this goes.
Yeah, haven't you seen Terminator 1 through 7?
Well, even outside of that, it's the fact that, it's all over Twitter. There are all of these fake pictures that people are claiming are real, all used and generated through AI, and they're historical ones that they're making. So they're basically rearranging everything to make it seem like whatever narrative they're pushing is real with these pictures. And people believe it because people are dumb.
People
do not underestimate the stupidness of America.
They don't look up what they see on the internet, especially Twitter and TikTok, to go look and see if it's real.
Yeah, look, there's Abraham Lincoln with the first iPhone. Look.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
Well, we had they had pictures of Trump getting arrested
Oh,
for
yeah.
the indictments that just were announced yesterday, but that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they had
were
him be led away in handcuffs.
AI-generated fake pictures.
Yeah.
They
did the Pope.
They had the Pope in
dressed like
dressed in like a pimp
He was dressed
coat,
like It looked like he borrowed something out of Drake's closet.
Yes.
You know?
It looked very real.
It looked real.
Yeah, it
So,
did.
Yes, I mean, there's a lot of things where it can really mess with, elections and people's opinions and what is history and all that stuff. So, and
we can't even get over headlines that aren't real from websites that are not actual websites that
Like
you should
legit,
be listening to.
Yeah.
So, this is even more intense.
So don't believe anything you see or hear except from us.
Yeah, exactly. Or are we AI? They've actually started creating artificial intelligent DJs.
Yeah.
Which, we're frankly not claiming we're intelligent, but we're not artificial.
Right.
Yeah.
Until they can teach the AI DJs to be stupid.
And to slur their words and screw up punchlines occasionally.
Our jobs are still going to be safe for now.
Woody and Jim in the morning on 107.5 The River.
Jim, you have a happy story?
Yeah. An animal that's been living in captivity for 50 years that many people believe should not be in captivity at all.
Right.
Is going to be set free.
Nice.
Lolita, the killer whale,
Lolita.
is at a seaquarium in Miami, Florida. And the theme park was kind of like undergoing a possible purchase. And the guy who was going to own the park went to go visit it. And he and his daughter went to go catch the show that Lolita does. And he said the crowd was loving it. He was really enjoying it. I mean, and they are spectacular.
Oh, they are
shows.
amazing.
No doubt, right?
Yeah.
But his daughter said, I can't watch this. She said, Lolita doesn't live in a big enough home. This is bad for Lolita. And so he promised his daughter if he bought the theme park that he would set Lolita free and do everything to make sure Lolita could live a life outside of captivity.
That's very cool.
He did. And now with the help of some people donating money, including the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, they're going to set Lolita free in a place where they think she can thrive, which is in the Pacific Northwest Ocean, off of like Seattle, Portland area.
But they're in Miami.
So it's going to cost about $20 million.
Whoa.
To relocate Lolita and the 3 dolphins that keep her company.
Oh, that's sweet.
So her friends get to go with
My dolphin buddies are coming.
And part of it is they're going to fly in a 747 with a giant tank in it. And part of it is going to be over land.
They're going to fly the whale?
Yes. The whole process is going to take a couple of years.
I bet, yeah.
Right? And even when they get Lolita and her dolphin friends into the ocean, they've got to kind of, they're going to keep them separated from taking off.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
So that they can get them acclimated and teach them how to get their own fish now.
Yeah, because they're used to being just fed by the trainers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's going to happen, so that's good. And Lolita is 57 years old, and she's been living the last 50 years in this small tank in Florida.
Look at Lolita getting free.
So, Lolita, it's the beginning of something fantastic. We hope you get to live a wonderful post-aquarium life.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what's making us happy this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Zach has been suffering from laryngitis and bronchitis. Doctors told him to not talk too much, as even though you say you feel fine, you sound, sad and sick.
I feel fine. I just sound like a squeaky clown.
You sound like you're on death's door.
I feel totally fine.
And because I'm the most thoughtful person on the planet, just ask me, I bought you a lovely gift.
Woody did buy me a get well gift.
I did. I went on Amazon and I bought you, I know you love golden retrievers, George and Emily.
Yeah.
And so I found a picture, an actual painting of a golden retriever sitting on the toilet reading a newspaper. and you were saying, and you were shocked and horrified that I bought you something, but then you were delightfully surprised that you liked it.
While I was out, Woody texted me. I was like, hey, I bought you a piece of artwork. Can't wait to have you back.
And I was like, feel better.
Honestly, I'm terrified because I've seen what you bought off Amazon before.
But I said, you may like it. It's purchased with love. And so I got you the dog picture, and you said it's going to look perfect in your bathroom because it has some of the similar colors of your bathroom.
Yeah, because my walls are black in my guest bathroom, and it's like a black and white photo. I was like, oh, that would actually be really cute in there.
And over the last few months, you've been complaining incessantly that I've never invited you to my house.
Yeah, why haven't you?
And I realized after saying this looks great in your bathroom, I thought, I'll never see it because you've never invited me to your house.
Oh,
my God. Dun, dun, dun.
And you have a hot
the
tub.
plot thickens.
Oh, my God. It's like M. Night Shyamalan.
I know.
There's a twist.
There.
Zach's gearing up to say something.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
That is not an accurate statement. There has been 2 invitations that I can think of off the top of my head.
Ooh, when?
One for our housewarming
When?
party.
Yeah.
That you did not show up to. Jim came and even brought me a nice doormat.
Ooh.
Yeah, made of B&A carpet.
Well, I must have been sick or something. I would go.
Or it just goes along with the sweatshirt that Woody has is, I just want to be invited, but I don't want to
Yes.
go.
That is partially true.
What was the other time? Because you said there were 2 times.
The other time I think was either for George's birthday or for David's birthday. I remember it was a birthday
I was at
party.
George's first birthday party, but I wasn't there for the second one.
Yeah. So, sounds like still a you problem, Woody.
Well, I can understand why you wouldn't want me to come over because you have a hot tub, because I might make all the water come out of it.
Woody.
Say, hey, Woody's in the hot tub. What happened to the water?
Woody.
I live not far from the station. You can come
Cannonball!
over any day.
All right.
The golden retrievers will kiss you to death.
Okay.
They will.
Be prepared.
Well, you're invited to come to my house if I tell you where it is. Is it anytime you want?
That's the thing. I don't even know Woody's address.
You'll find it if you really want to.
Every listener who calls to play Gender Wars, you look up where they live and how much their house is worth. You know where I live.
And you live
You
45
could find
minutes
me.
away.
You could find me. Yeah, it is.
That's the struggle there.
It's
Not
Murfreesboro.
convenient.
It's a long way.
See, you have no excuse not to come over. I live 8 minutes away from work. You could stop by on your way home.
That's
I'm
true,
tired
Woody.
from driving all the way to work.
Oh, wow.
And then all the way back.
All the excuses are flying.
Yeah.
We will all get together. You and David and my girlfriend and I, we will get together.
I love how you left out Ricky and Jim.
Well, yeah, you guys too.
Honestly, I'm fine not being there.
You guys too. You guys too.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. When was it that you guys were getting together? I have to feed my llama that day, anyways. So
I know,
I'm good.
I know.
So
Actually,
I got to wash my hair that night.
I was waiting for when you said, "Okay, we're going to get together." All our significant other is going to get together in a neutral location, and neither of your places, nobody's house will be.
Fair
It sounds like some sort of peace talks in Paris. Woody and Jim in the morning, 107.5 The Roar. King Brown tonight at Bridgestone Arena. We got a few tickets left. You want a pair? 615-737-9107. Moments ago, we were playing Gender Wars with Jacob, who is a chef. He works at a cool restaurant. And I guess they make cannabis-infused bakes.
Yeah,
goods.
they do, and everything looks so good.
Right. And
I'm drooling looking at all of these.
They even make their own Oreos.
Yeah, they're called Choxy, and they look like Oreos, but they're like double stuffed Oreos. Like
Yum.
they're like big, chunky Oreos.
We love Oreos.
We love sweets.
Yes.
And we've found this study that has surfaced from last year at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
MIT, yeah.
One of the greatest, high-tech schools in our country.
Yes.
They spent much research on how to split an Oreo cookie so that you get equal amounts of frosting on each of the cookies. Because usually
It's impossible. No one
if
can
you
ever
twist
do it.
it, one side has a whole lot of frosting,
Goes
the
to
other
one
one's not
side.
so much. Yeah.
Yeah. So they actually researched this. They had, I think, robots and like test subjects and all this stuff. And they found out there's really no good way to do it.
It's impossible.
So many hours of research and so many Oreos had to die in this research.
Oh, I'm sure they ate them.
I hope so.
I didn't know that people split their Oreos in half. I always just dunk the whole thing in the milk and put the whole thing
I
in my
always
mouth.
split it. You got to smush it together a little bit so that all of it gets on one side, and then you scrape it off with your teeth.
So you eat the whole thing all at once?
Well, then no, not always. And then you dip the chocolate part in milk.
So they did come up
Weird.
with okay, here's a hack if you want to do it, but it involves you can't do it with one cookie. You have to do it with 2 cookies.
Nobody eats just one Oreo anyway.
True.
You eat a sleeve.
So you open one cookie and it's got like all the cream on one side, and then you open up another cookie and it's got all the cream on one side, and then you have like 2 with cream and 2 without, and then what you do is you take the ones without cream and you scrape them across the ones that do have cream.
Oh yes,
so
that is another option.
Each have half the cream on the cookie.
I've seen people do that as well.
See, this triggers me from my youth because my older sister would grab Oreos and scoop the cream out with a spoon and eat it like it was a popsicle and just hand me the cookie.
Oh,
when I was
messed up.
when I was like 3 or 4. It wasn't until I was like 15 that I realized there was cream inside Oreos.
Stop
I just had the plain cookies, and she just ate all the frosting.
Classic older sibling
That
move.
is so messed up.
That's messed up.
Yeah, like my brothers.
I'm like distraught for you, Woody.
My brothers.
Well,
ate
obviously,
all
look at me. I've made up for it
they
since.
ate all the Lucky Charms out of the Lucky Charms cereal when it came back from the store,
God.
and I just thought, they're just lying on the box. This is just the regular oats things.
So
and there's no charms.
With the precision of a surgeon, they had to take all the marshmallows out before they give you the plain oat cereal.
It's what older siblings do.
As the older sibling, I was never that mean to my little brother.
Well, then you did not live a very good life.
I think I lived a better one.
You missed out on the spoils of being firstborn.
That's right. That's right.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I guess they're going to have the very first artificial meteor shower. It'll happen in 2025 in Japan. A company is dropping hundreds of pea-sized metal balls from a satellite 250 miles above Earth.
For what reason?
Why?
They say it's going to make it look like it's a really bunch of cool shooting stars all at once. But they're metal balls they're going to drop from space.
You know they make projection screens that you can just watch
They
that.
could use drones.
There's filters on TikTok and Instagram.
But I mean, obviously, hopefully they're going to do it like over the ocean or something, I would imagine.
Maybe they burn up.
Yeah,
in
they've
the
got to
atmosphere.
on re-entry. I would
really
imagine.
weird.
Yeah, or this is going to be just an amazing metal hailstorm over Japan.
Or the sounds heard around Earth.
Yeah.
Ow.
Ow, 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 ow. Ricky?
So, Krispy Kreme, we don't know if they're playing April Fools on us or not, but apparently they're going to bring back their pumpkin spice original glazed donuts on April 1st. So, they could be trolling us and it's totally all a joke, or they could be trolling us into thinking it's a joke and they actually will have pumpkin glazed donuts.
I know a lot of people said, why don't they just do that all year long?
That's a huge thing that everybody talks about. So it's possible that they're bringing them back, possible that they're not. So if you love their pumpkin spice original glazed donuts, maybe stop by and just see, because it's worth it.
It's
to
worth
just
a
check.
shot.
Yeah. Jim?
So there is a growing amount of the population that is buying dumb phones. These are phones like Nokia phones from the early 2000s.
Like flip phones.
Right.
Yeah. You could call people and text people.
And that's
or
it.
play maybe a simple game on them.
Oh my God, I used to
Snake.
love playing Snake. Yes,
Snake,
I used
yes,
to love that
Snake
game.
was a classic. And the people that are buying them, you think, oh, maybe that's grandparents. No, it's Gen Zers.
I believe it.
Gen Zers are looking at their own mental health and saying, you know what? I think I need to cut back on screen time. And they're using these phones instead.
That's
I
really
respect
important.
it.
It's kind of like taking it away from yourself. I mean, it's like what your parents did, but
Yeah.
you're doing it to yourself.
Well, they would say, like a lot of the billionaires, very successful people don't have smartphones.
That's true.
Ed Sheeran doesn't.
Yeah.
That's one thing that he was like, I dealt with too many emails and being on all the time. So he had like a flip phone that somebody else would hold for him for a while.
Right.
That sounds honestly amazing. With everything going on in the world, to not be doom scrolling all day
Yeah.
long through different social media platforms.
Really messes with your mental health.
Yeah.
No
I've also
kidding.
read that a lot of politicians use dumb phones because it doesn't leave a paper trail.
We call those
of
burner
messages.
phones,
Yeah,
Jim.
that's
That's
a burner
right.
phone.
Yeah.
Used by the
Little
cast of Breaking
different.
Bad and people in Congress.
Yeah.
Baseball season underway. Our Nashville Sounds have their opening game tonight at First Horizon Park, taking on the Louisville Bats.
Do you think they still play with the weather?
Well,
It depends on.
weather is so weird
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah.
It could be.
If it starts lightning and stuff,
If there's
then
lightning,
they
they'll call the
can't.
game or at
But
least
Got
delay it.
But it's Nashville. It could be sunny and 75 at 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's a weird place to live.
It's amazing. Hey, you know what? We were talking about the mastodon, the woolly mammoth yesterday.
Yeah, the woolly mammoth,
Yeah.
where they've gotten the DNA and then they created a meatball out of its DNA. And it's so strange.
There's another dinosaur they've been working on. They have discovered that the T-Rex had lips.
Oh.
You know, and when you see it in Jurassic Park, which we always think is a documentary, you see the teeth all sticking out, but they said no, they had lips.
Big lips.
Big lips.
Is what I'm hearing.
Big lips.
Yeah,
Interesting.
you could
Yeah.
see a lot less of their teeth because of the lips.
Not big lips like blown up like Khloe Kardashian or anything, but
But they covered the teeth.
they had lips. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Interesting.
There you go. A lot of kids are on spring break
Is
this
there a
week, so
picture
now
of
you've learned
this?
something. They do an artist rendering.
Yeah, is there... I need to find this.
The artist rendering of lips.
I wonder how much Botox that would take.
I know. As much as Kris Jenner uses in a year, maybe.
Thanks for listening to and recommending the Woody and Jim Show podcast. Listen to Woody and Jim in real time every weekday morning on 107.5 The River, Nashville, or live on the iHeartRadio app.